This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hi, welcome to the Sound of Gold. It's so good to be back. I hope you're all doing well. And I didn't get to talk too much last week about my show here. The Sound of Gold is based on music, where the focus is on musicians like myself and like you, different instruments, different music venues, music teachers, music schools, and really just to promote music. And there is so much talent out there that I think it's time all of us be heard, right? We have this gift, we have this passion, playing an instrument, playing whatever instrument it is, or even singing. Singing is an instrument too. We get to share that gift with others. And the greatest benefit of music is feeling the music. And as a musician, of course, we know that when we play something, we feel it, and we feel we play what we feel. And when we play what we feel, we know that our audience can hear it, right? So with that being said, music is so powerful to the health and well-being. And today I have a very special guest. My guest today is Bruce Starr. Bruce Starr is an author. He's also a radio host of Health and Wellness of the Palm Beaches. And he is also the creator of the 2025 Body and Soul Expo. And the focus again is on sound and healing, but even more so than that, Bruce has a ton of information for us and for you today. And I'm so excited. Welcome, my cat. I'm so excited to share the stage with him. And let's welcome Bruce Starr.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me onto your wonderful show.
Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing today, Bruce?
Well, doing just fine, except for a couple of technical problems that's not allowing you to see me. But I'm here and I'm ready for you.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. There's so much I want to share with our audience and talk to you about today. And gosh, there's where to start. I know you are an author. You've recently published a book. Tell us about your book.
I've actually written 5 books. 2 of them have been published with Amazon.
Okay.
One is, and I've been a relationship coach, and I've been studying relationships for 4 decades. And the interesting thing is, I was a teacher, and in and around kids, and I said to myself, I don't like the direction that the kids are going at such a young age. And a book just came to me called Her Teen Love Coach, and it's basically a book that helps teenagers 13 to 18. Let me go back a step. Let me tell you a little bit how it got started. It's a story about a girl who goes to a park, and she meets a guy who feeds the birds. And she's so enamored with this guy. These birds are surrounding this guy. She starts talking to him. And over the next several months, they become friends. And starting at the age of 13, she doesn't have a dad. And her mom is nowhere. She's working so hard. She hardly ever has time with her mom. So she's literally on her own. So she asks this man every question she could possibly have at 13, at 14, at 15. And this kind of magical man answers all of her questions and becomes like a mystical relationship coach to her. for 5 years. So the book is literally a manual that answers every question a teen could have to help them going in the right direction instead of making big mistakes that are going to hurt them for years and years to come.
Wow, I got the chills as you said. This person becomes almost like a mystic, almost like a coach for her, and it's so true. I'm a teacher as well, and it's so true how there's so much. I wish there was more guidance and coaching out there for teens, and I'm so excited that you have this book. How can people find this book?
Yes, it's on Amazon, and it's called Her Teen Love Coach. And you could buy it both ways. You could buy it either as an ebook, or you can buy it as a soft cover. And if you buy it as a soft cover and you come and see me at the Body and Soul Expo, I'll definitely sign it for you.
Well, exciting. Well, I can't wait to talk about the Body and Soul Expo. But before we get there, a little bit more about your book. Other than being a teacher, and you briefly said you're not, and I agree too. It's sad to see how kids are so distracted in these days, and how it's almost like the parents are not available or they don't have the guidance. Other than being a teacher, what inspired you? You work with relationships. What is it that drives you to want to? I love that you want to make a difference. But is there something that really maybe made an impact on you personally that you'd like to share that really moved you?
Yes, there was. I taught a lot of middle school, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, because it's really tough to get middle school teachers. And I was doing it so long, the kids love me and I love the kids. So I was a teacher for middle school as much as I could be. And I remember one day walking around in the neighborhood, and I saw this really attractive girl from far away. And I said, wow, she's wearing all this provocative clothing and she looks so incredible. And the closer I got to her, I saw that she was a 12-year-old, one of my students at the school that I was at. And it was so upsetting to see this 12-year-old girl. Lisa, when you and I were in elementary school, 6th and 7th grade, you couldn't tell the difference between boys and girls, if you know what I mean. But now, with all the chemicals that are in the food and everything that they're eating and drinking, the development stages have just escalated. And these 12-year-old girls look like 22-year-olds. And the biggest problem is that they love the attention and they want the attention from the older boys, except what they're not realizing is if they're going to get started too young, they're children. Yeah. They're little boys and girls, they're children. They don't realize it. They think because they look like a woman. And that's what made me write this book. I wanted to write this book to prevent huge mistakes that young girls might make from this point on. It could prevent them if they read the book.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being that inspiration. And again, you can find the book on Amazon, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Do you want to share with us briefly your other 4 books?
I'll share you one other one that's with Amazon. It's called Body Traders. Now, there's no such word, but I've been studying relationships a long time, and I went on America Online a long time ago. Maybe a lot of the people have heard of America Online, but starting in 1993, I went on America Online. A Hollywood TV producer asked me what I was doing after I left LA. And I said, I'm coaching relationships because you have to get on this America Online. I said, what's that? And he showed me on his monitor when I went out to visit him. And from that point on, when I went back to Florida, I opened up this room called Relationship Coaching. And for the next 10 years, whenever I had any spare time, I opened up this room and I had over 6,000 detailed, intimate, documented relationship conversations with people from around the country. And here's basically what I learned. Now, remember I told you in her teen love coach that if she gets started too young, by the time she gets to 18 and 19, she's angry, she's bitter, disappointed with boys, has a very negative attitude towards boys. Well, body trait goes a step further now, because
Okay.
if someone decides that, well, not to decide, if they get their heart broken, and
Okay.
if they try again and they get their heart broken again, that may stop them from trying again to find love in relationships. And what do they do in to substitute for that? And most people are going to deny this, but a vast majority of people are doing this. Men will look for the sexy body, the beautiful face, and the great sex. And women, stereotypically, don't get mad at me, it's not everybody, will go for someone who can provide financial security. He has to drive the right car, he has to have the right clothes, live in the right place. And so, what my concept is, and what I learned from those 6,000 conversations, is if you have enough of what I want, I'll give you what I have. And that sounds like horse trading to me in the old days, but I called it body trading. And a vast majority of people are now trading what they have instead of looking for love in their lives.
Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad, and I love that you again are the inspiration in helping finding balance. Is, I guess you can call it balance, but more so than that, just not settling for what they think. I mean, it's such a deep conversation, Bruce, and I don't want to spend the whole time on it. So I'm gonna kind of stop myself before I say things that maybe are too much. But
So I just want to say before we go on that the second name for that book is Transforming Back from Player, which is people that play games and body trade, transforming back from player to lover. Because love, we all came here as loving, beautiful beings, and we all came here to love and be loved in return. And when we step too far away from that, we generally don't end up being very happy human beings.
Yes, and I think, and maybe I would think you would agree with me. I think there's this space, and I haven't read your book yet. I do want to, definitely want to. There is this. I don't know if it's maturity, but there is this space and this place in our soul where things are not right. Like,
correct.
I think we've all gone through life where there's been a chapter where you don't know what's right, but you know something's wrong.
And
so
that's the secret to having a successful life, is not just realizing you have an intuition. We all do. It's the connection to the soul that we have, and the soul is connected to all the intelligence of the universe. But when we listen to our gut feeling, tuition, call it anything you want, we all have to listen to that gut feeling that tells us we're doing right from wrong. And that will, in the future, after hearing this conversation, if you would just pay attention to that gut feeling, you'll save yourself a lot of problems.
I agree. And something I teach piano, and something I focus on my piano students, but I think this is a message for everybody. And I even remind myself of this, is to have patience with the process of whatever chapter you're going through, to have patience with yourself and to listen to that intuition, and to, if it doesn't feel right, just be in that space with acknowledging it.
Be willing to say no, it doesn't feel right for whatever reason.
Right. And you don't have to justify it. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to give it a reason or a definition. You just have to acknowledge it.
That's right.
Yeah. So In addition to that, I would like to move into, or did you have any more to share about your books before we start talking about your radio show?
No, but when I heard those chimes,
Yes.
it just a thought came into my head that
Yes.
when we are paying attention to our inner selves, that those chimes just play a little louder, and it's so
Mhm.
sweet sounding. And when you don't pay attention, it feels like some bass drums going off, and we just need to learn to tell the difference.
Right. And it's very subtle. And it's just, it's not like a heavy knock. It's not a heavy, like, it's so subtle. But yes, to be just aware and alert and just in that knowing and trust. And I think that's a big thing too regarding your books too, that trust.
Yes.
You want to trust yourself first.
Yes, that's right. And the problem is that we've gone off the path so many times that we stop trusting ourselves because we've made some bad choices. We made some bad decisions and we stop trusting ourselves. But you can still get back on the right road if you'll just be kinder to yourself and
Yeah.
be a little sweeter to yourself and the other people around you.
True. It's never too late. It's never too
No.
late. Every day is a brand new day. Every day is another day to start over. Every moment's another moment to start over. And that's the beauty of evolution and being human. Is that
And one last thing, I mean, I really do want to help people, and I'm willing to. If people hear what they're hearing and they want to email me, let me give my email address if people want to think about doing relationship coaching, because I can save people months and years of going up the wrong path if they're willing to want to go up the right path. My email is lovecoach, LUV, coach1 at gmail.com, LUVcoach1 at gmail.com. And if you mention the show, I'll give you a free 15-minute session just to try me out to see if I'm the real thing or not.
Oh, so nice of you, Bruce. Thank you. Thank you for offering that.
You're welcome.
Well, in addition to that, you have a radio show that you're starting on August 16th, I believe.
Yes. We're not 100% sure of the name, but we are definitely, we definitely are starting on the 16th. And it's basically a show about health and wellness in the Palm Beaches. And it's fantastic because it complements the Body and Soul Expo event that's coming up on Sunday, October 26th. And it's a show where we're going to be interviewing health and wellness healers and talking about how to get healthy during this time when there's so much stuff in the air, so much stuff in our water, the foods that our kids are eating and drinking, and we're eating and drinking. There's so much not great stuff in there, and this show will help you get healthier.
And I will be there too because I'll get to play some healing music on my keyboard. I can't bring the piano; it's a little too heavy. But I will bring my keyboard and I'll get to play. And I'm
absolutely,
absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about? Well, you kind of answered it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What inspired you and your lovely wife, Lauren, who you're both dear friends of mine? What inspired you to get this going and to start this? And then I have another question for you because I just want to spend a little bit more time on really in-depth information about this expo because I'm so excited about it.
Very cool. Thank you for asking that question. Right at the end of the winter months of 2025, my wife and I paid to attend an expo, and we paid a pretty good amount of money, and very few people showed up. Oh, and wow. We said to ourselves, why is that? It's so needed and so important, so necessary. We were very disappointed, except that we had the chance to, because there was nobody there, we had a chance to walk around and talk to the other vendors. And we had a great time and made some great contacts. And as we're driving home, I said to my wife, we all said to each other, we live in such a fantastic area, bustling and expanding and exploding with incredible people. and there's no events up there. I said, we can do better. And that's exactly what we decided. I made a list of hotels that I was going to call as soon as we got going the next day. And the first place I called, the Palm Beach Gardens Marriott. We went over there. She invited us over to see it. And it was like the seas parted. It was beautiful. It was perfect. It was a huge ballroom to fit almost a little less than 60 vendors. Okay. There were 3 breakout speaker rooms. There was another huge ballroom that we're going to see some incredible internationally known authors and speakers in the evening. And we said, you know what, we can do better. And we have a 27-year-old Gen Zer helping. I keep getting it right. It's Z or X. I don't know. But he helped us put the website together and took care of all the technical things and the details. And within a couple of weeks, we started letting friends and family that we were doing the event. And within 6 short weeks, we sold out almost 60 vendor spaces.
Wow. Wow. Tell us a little bit. Could you let us in a little bit about maybe an idea of what vendors we can expect to see at the expo?
Absolutely. Anybody could see for themselves, because you're never going to remember what I'm saying. But if anybody wants to go to Body and soulexpo.org, don't forget the .org, bodyandsoulexpo.org. And if you click on vendors, you will see the 20 different categories that we decided that we would have at the event. There's not going to be a bunch of real estate agents. There's not going to be a bunch of insurance agents. Nobody like that. It's all very focused on, we have the most incredible vendors and exhibitors coming, who anything from a numerologist, one of the top numerologists in the world is coming from New York. We have healers, body healers, massage therapists, astrologers, mediums that can communicate with the passed ons, everything that has to do with health and wellness. That's who's going to be there. And when I say the best of the best are going to be there, it's people's heads are going to be spinning, and they're going to be spending all day there, because they're not going to go by a booth and go, yeah, that doesn't seem interesting. No, that doesn't seem interesting. No, every booth is going to be incredibly interesting. The exhibitors are fascinating people, extremely knowledgeable, and almost every one of them will be speaking. We have 3 breakout rooms, and given the opportunity, every vendor will be speaking for at least a half hour about their expertise and knowledge. It's going to be incredible.
It sounds very exciting. And I feel so honored that you both invited me to come and play music. I'm so excited, and again, so honored to be a part of this.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure.
And what I mentioned earlier in my show before you came on, Bruce, was that music is healing. Music is sound and energy. And when we cut through all like the smoke and mirrors of life, we all vibrate at different energies. However, sound is so important because it raises our frequency. It raises our well-being. Music, whether you're a musician or not, you feel music, and it either makes you feel good, or if you're feeling sad, you can turn on to a sad song that can be like, oh, that song knows exactly how I feel. And so it's just, it all ties together, this wellness and Body Soul Expo and all these different realms. And it's so beautiful that we can all tie this together.
And that's exactly why we wanted you to come and play for a while. Background music to keep people calm and keep people, just energized. We're going to have sound healers. We're going to have light healers and red light this and oh my, the new way to heal is going to be through sound and light. And we're going to do whatever we can to introduce that to people. This is going to bring together the community like never before in North Palm Beach County. The community of people who are interested and curious about healing and having a better life, all joining together. Imagine if we have, let's say, 60 vendors, and each of those vendors brings one or two people with them. There'll be 180 people at the top of their game, knowledgeable, experienced people, knowing so much about health and healing that it's going to be in just an unlimited place to learn about how to have a better and healthier experience.
And not only that, I mean, I'm sensitive to energy, so I can just imagine what it's going to be like just to even enter the room and feel like the wholesome energy, and because everybody's bringing good energy to it.
Yeah.
And so especially if someone out there who's listening hasn't been feeling great or has been in a different place, because life has its chapters. We have ups and downs. It's just a part of our evolution. So if whatever space or place that you're in life, come out to the expo and let us lift you up. Let us raise your vibration and frequency, and let us help you shift that energy.
Absolutely. And if people listening to this show, if you want to get free admission to the event, go to bodyandsoulexpo.org and click on tickets. There's absolutely free tickets to walk the vendor hallway, the big ballroom, up until September 1st. It's free if you do it now and register now.
Right.
But if you want to catch all the incredible speakers that are going to be there all day long, it's only like $10, $15 in advance if you go to bodyandsoulexpo.org and click on tickets. And we're going to have, I can't announce it now, but we're going to have VIP tickets for the evening with the most incredible world-known authors and people that have been on all the television shows. When they heard we were doing this event, they said they want to be a part of it. It's going to be I'm excited, as you can tell.
Yes, I am too. I can't wait. I'm like, well, let's see, I should get there at the beginning and then just stay all day.
Don't even think about leaving.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's going to start at 9. As a matter of fact, it's going to start before 9 because we're going to have like a gratitude circle and a prayer session, and then to bring good vibes to the event even before it starts. And I really believe that there'll be a line outside the door to register. We're going to open it up at 8:30 for people to register, so that when the doors open at 9, they can come right in because they've already registered. And I think that people are going to be there all day. There's going to be so many interesting people to talk to.
And I want to compliment you because other than there's so much to compliment you about, but the fact that the fee for this, now, I'm looking at it from a business point of view. When you have a space, a place, you invest in it. But the fact that you open this up to a fee of like $10, $15, it's less than a half a tank of gas for any of us. Yes. The fact that you've made that possible is almost like, that's a huge karma return back to you, because this makes it so easy. There are so many of us out here or out there that want to be involved in stuff like this, but the prices are just like, well, do I pay for this bill or do I get to go to this? And this isn't even a question. This is like a meal at I don't eat McDonald's, but my husband does. So, or if you eat at the Whole Foods, you buy a salad for $10. It's just so affordable, and I love that you've made this so possible for everyone.
Thank you for acknowledging that. I really appreciate it, because Lauren and I, we talked about it. We said we want a lot of people to come to this event. So if you register in advance, it's absolutely free. After September 1st, it's a very minor $10, $15 to
Right.
roam the hallways and see all those vendors. And I think it's $25 for a whole day, daytime pass to see all those speakers. But people get to do it for $0 now and $15 for the speakers. And, you know, these speakers, they're going to put a lot of time and energy in presenting to everybody. And there'll literally be 3 speakers presenting at the same time, sometimes 4. So the biggest challenge will be picking out what speakers you go to see, and leaving plenty of time to visit the vendor booths.
Right. Oh, I love it. I love it. And so again, people can log on to bodyandsoulexpo.org.
Yes, and click on tickets, and it'll take you, I believe, to an Eventbrite where you can reserve your tickets before September 1st. And again, it's free to roam the halls where the vendors are until September 1st, and only $15 to take in all those speakers all daytime long from 9 to 6.
Very nice. Very nice. So we've talked about a couple of your books. We've talked about your health and wellness show. Going back to that show, do you have some focus on? Are you going to be focusing on just general health and well-being, or are you going to kind of piggyback off of this Body and Soul Expo as far as more like energy healing? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, everybody in the Body and Soul Expo will be offered a chance. Now, you know, in radio these days, you have to pay the time. So everybody's going to have to contribute if they want to have commercials on the show. But the audience is very incredible. It's 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's an older audience that are affluent, have a lot of money to spend, and they're looking for knowledge. And those are the people that'll be listening. It's a Saturday morning show. They're already listening to the station at that time. And I'm going to be interviewing lots and lots of people, some celebrities. There'll be best-selling authors, and there'll be plenty of people who will want to share their history on the radio show, people that we interview. And it's like an endless supply of speakers and guests that can come on the show because of what we're doing with the Body and Soul Expo.
And if someone wants to reach you because they're interested in being a part of speaking on your show, is there a specific email or website that they can go to?
You know, I'll give you another one because my name is Bruce Starr, Starr, 2 R's. And if you put a 412 after that at Gmail, you can reach me about being a sponsor on this show. If you have products that older, wealthier folks would be interested in, let's talk about how I can promote your product or service on the show. And I'd be glad to, if you want to be interviewed, we could do that also. So Bruce Starr, Starr 412 at gmail.com.
And then where do they tune in to your radio show? How do they tune in?
It's 100.3 FM Legends Radio. In other words, if you love Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and big bands, that's who listens to this station. It's also live streamed around the world. So don't forget, if you want your product, you want to be interviewed, and you want to be people from around the world to hear about your product or service, or the greater Palm Beach County area, that's where the signal reaches. This is an incredible time to a shortcut to reaching these people, getting these people out of their homes because they're interested in what you have to sell and your services.
Wonderful, wonderful. And my cat was meowing in the background, so she agrees.
That's great.
Anything else you'd like to share with us today, Bruce? It's been so wonderful having to get to introduce you and talk about everything you're doing. I love it all. Is there anything more?
This has been so much fun. I really appreciate you inviting me. It's perfect timing because not only is the expo coming up, on Sunday, October 26th, but the radio show. So this has been perfect. I want to thank you so much for inviting me. I loved it. And let's keep helping each other, help others.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, bodyandsoulexpo.org. And
Yes.
You also have Bruce Starr 412 at, is it gmail.com?
Yes, Gmail, yes.
Gmail.com.
Yes.
Bruce, it's been wonderful having you on the show. And I'm looking forward to October 26th. I have it on my calendar. I have my keyboard ready. And in fact, my birthday is in October. I might buy myself a new keyboard and bring that.
Woohoo! Excellent. So, invite everybody, because it's going to be one of those things. Oh, you missed it. Oh, I don't want to hear any of that. I want everybody to be there so they don't miss it.
Right. And for the listeners out there, if you would like to reach Bruce regarding relationships, Bruce, you shared with us
a free 15-minute session, relationship coaching session, to see if I might be a good fit for you in your relationship. So you don't have one, you have one. Everybody needs to improve their relationships. Or if you've been single too long and you don't want to be, I can help you.
Okay, and they say they can still get in touch with you at the same email address, yes?
Well, the relationship one is love coach, LUV coach1 at gmail.com. LUV1, love coach1 at gmail.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Bruce, for being a part of our show today. And I hope to see a lot of our listeners at the Body and Soul Expo in October.
Make sure you say hello to us when you see us.
Yes, make sure you say hello, and also mention, if you reach out to Bruce, please mention you heard of him on our show here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lisa. This was great.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. I mean, this has been such a great show, and there's still a few more minutes left of my show. And what I'd like to do is just play a little something for you, and we can kind of end the show on just a mellow note or two. And I don't have anything planned. I have no sheet music here. If you've heard me play before, I compose. They call me the instant composer. And I've had at least 100 shows virtual that's gone worldwide. So here's a little something for a few minutes while we're just at the end of our show. Thank you much. I can talk right. Thank you very much for joining me today. It was great having Bruce Starr on, and it was great playing a little something for you. And other than that, just wish you lots of love and peace and light, and allow music wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Connect with sounds around you. Everything is music. The birds outside, the crickets, the different animals, the wind blowing, the trees. There's just so much sound everywhere that we take it for granted. And so whether you're a musician or not, it's okay. You can still connect with music, and you can feel it, and you can allow it to heal your heart and soul, because music is, like I said, all around us. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for different tones, and there's a reason for different sounds, and what does it mean to us? And we don't have to define it. But I think the real secret in human life is that we're not supposed to define or understand or make sense of anything. We're just supposed to feel it, right? We're supposed to feel it, and we're supposed to remind ourselves that we're here to be loved and to share love, and allow the music that we hear and the sounds that we hear to inspire us. And if sounds and environment and people around you are not inspiring, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a therapist, but I can tell you from just being a person that I prefer to be around energy that makes me feel good, right? And conversations that make me feel good. And I'm human just like you. I deal with things and people in life and situations just like you. So I think if we keep working together in harmony and knowing that life is all about feeling and thinking about the sounds we hear and the feelings we feel, and I think ultimately we can move through this lifetime and always at the end of the day find peace, if not also during the day, find peace and harmony in our heart and soul. And when we connect together and we connect in those thoughts, I think we can all bring more peace to our universe. And I think we need that. I think Mother Earth needs that too. I think we need to maybe tone down our own energies, right? I think we get so involved in the here and there and the gotta do this, gotta do that, and we forget that like the here and now is the most important, right? I'm kind of all over the place a little bit, but for some of you, maybe you need to hear that today, and maybe it's just something I need to share today. So, but with that being said, thank you for tuning in. I wish you all much love and peace. I look forward to seeing you again next week, Monday. I have a very special guest, David Holter, who will teach us a little bit about how to play the piano and and if you're not playing the piano, whatever instrument you're playing, I think he has some secrets about how we can memorize sheet music, which I don't have any, but I'll get to learn something too. And yeah, so I look forward to having you tune in with me next week, same time, 4:00 on Monday. And like I said, on a different note, I appreciate you all for being here. And if you have any questions, please email me at justplaypiano.com justplaypiano@comcast.net, not .com, justplaypiano@comcast.net. And if you would like to sponsor my show, please get in touch with me. Let me know what we could help you promote and what we can do together, because I'm all about promoting my musician friends and teachers. I'm all about promoting what you have to share and what you have to help us make this a better universe for all of us. Again, it's justplaypiano@comcast.net. You can also reach me on Facebook at Lisa Eva Gold. You'll see a Dash Smith, And I'm not that hard to find. You could also Google my name, Lisa Eva Gold. Not that hard to find on there either. So there's different ways, lots of different ways to reach me. And looks like we have a couple, I think 2 minutes left. So on that note, I guess I get to play, huh? Good, thank Kiki here for playing too. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Bye.